buddies anymore. If someone falls, someone else is going to step up. And I think we need to go back and start trusting and depending on some of our local banks as well.
What will be the last question? And this has become our favorite question over the years, by the way.
How many push-ups I can do?
This has become our second favorite question. It's the question of being able to disagree agreeably while doing the people's work.
Absolutely.
The issue of collegiality,
Yep.
which comes up oftentimes, has been largely absent from Washington for the past, to be generous, several years. What is your personal plan to restore civility and collegiality to the work of government?
Well, I think if people will look at how I've been running our congressional campaign, you will understand that, I believe that this is about the issues. This is about not the nastiness that is out there, and I think some of you know about the situation that happened to me and my family on Friday. That is absolutely despicable. But I think that the most important thing is that people have to go to Washington, D.C. and have some principle. When I go back, and my background is a bachelor's degree in political science and 2 master's degrees in political science and international relations, and another one in political theory and military history and operations. When you study Hobbes, Locke, Rousseau, Montesquieu, when you read the Federalist Papers, you understand the thoughts of the founding fathers. You get some very simple principles that have made this country what it is in 234 years. It is about limited government. The Constitution is a document which limits the power and the reach of the federal government. It is about the security from internal and external threats. It is about individual responsibility and accountability, not about creating victims and making people dependent in America, but empowering them to the greatness that they can achieve in this country. It is about liberty, allowing our freedom of conscience and freedom of opportunity. It is about our free market and the free enterprise solutions that we have. It's about the right and proper leadership that's based upon merit and talent, not about entitlement. And it is about traditional values, our borders, our language, our culture, and respect of some of the critical societal values that make us who we are. Now, when I go to Washington, D.C., I stand on those 7 principles. And the thing is, it's not about compromising your principles, because I think the problem in Washington, D.C., the first time you compromise your principles, each and every subsequent time it gets a little bit easier. I will say that I stand for the people here in Congressional District 22. I stand on those principles that I believe have made America great, and the principles that I have sought to support and defend for the better part of my life.
Thank you very much. Would you want me to do your closing statement here, or prefer to answer?
Ladies and gentlemen, I think I've said pretty much everything that needs to be said. But I want you to understand one simple thing. One thing I did not have the opportunity to get into, we're at a critical defining moment for the United States of America. And we need to realize and come to an understanding. The last question was a great question. What does America represent? What do you want to leave to your children and your grandchildren years from now? Because I know that what my grandparents, my parents left for me was a great opportunity. No one would have ever thought in 1961, when young Alan Bernard West was born in the same neighborhood as Martin Luther King in Atlanta, Georgia, that he would rise to be a retired lieutenant colonel and be sitting here. But that's what makes America great. And if we forget that, if we forget that we are an exceptional people and we are an exceptional nation, what will the history books say? Because right now, the world is a forest full of wolves, and you cannot be led by sheep. There are principles we must stand up for, and I believe that our greatest days for this great constitutional republic, which means that it's about the respect of the rule of law and respect of individual rights and freedoms, that is what's going to see us through the day, so that we can once again be that shiny city that sits upon a hill. So thank you very much for having me.